After the baptism in the Jordan River, a voice echoed from the heavens, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." For many, this would mark the beginning of a journey of glory. For Jesus, it was the beginning of silence. Before the miracles, before the cross, even before gathering disciples, there was the wilderness, a place where words cease, where the body is consumed, and where the soul is put to the test. The Judean desert, harsh, dry, lonely. There the Messiah, still unknown to the world, would be confronted not by Roman soldiers, but by the enemy of all ages. He was led by the Spirit, not by men, led not to the palace of kings, but to the deepest isolation. For 40 days and 40 nights, Jesus fasted. No bread, no water, only stones, silence, and shadows. The number 40 echoes ancient stories. 40 days of flood, 40 years in the wilderness for Israel, 40 days for Moses on Sinai. Now the very Son of God submitted himself to this sacred cycle of trial. But there, in the midst of sand and abandonment, the enemy waited. He did not come with claws, nor with horns. The tempter came as he always does, with subtlety, with logic, with promises. After all, who could deny bread to a starving man? "If you are the Son of God," whispered the voice, "command that these stones become bread." The proposal was simple. Transform the world round. Use divine power for personal gain. After all, didn't God himself feed Israel with manna in the desert? But Jesus knew the scriptures better than any scribe or Pharisee. And he replied, "Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God." Bread feeds the stomach, but there is a deeper hunger. The soul without God dies of thirst. The next temptation appealed to pride, to ostentation. "Throw yourself down from here," said the tempter, now leading him to the pinnacle of the temple in Jerusalem. "For it is written, He will command His angels concerning you." The proposal was clear: conquer by display, put on a spectacle, make the heavens bow publicly. But Jesus did not come to impress, He came to redeem. It is also written, "You shall not put the Lord your God to the test." He knew that the true Son does not demand signs. He trusts in God's silence. At last, the enemy played his oldest card, power. Taking Jesus to a very high mountain, he showed him all the kingdoms of the world. "All this I will give you, if you bow down and worship me." The Messiah stood before the chance to rule without a cross, without suffering, without betrayal. But glory bought with surrender is cursed glory. Jesus was not seduced. "Away from me, Satan, for it is written, Worship the Lord your God and serve him only. There, in the silence of the desert, the greatest battle ever fought by a man was won, not with a sword, not with angels, but with obedience. And then the tempter left him for a time, and behold, angels came and ministered to him. Perhaps they brought bread, perhaps water, but more than that, comfort. For the one who refused the shortcuts was now ready for the Via Dolorosa. He would leave the desert, but the weight of the cross already followed him. The temptation in the desert was not just a test, it was a proclamation. The kingdom that Jesus came to establish would not rise through violence, but through sacrifice. It would not be nourished by power, but by surrender. By resisting in the desert, Jesus retraced Adam's steps and corrected them. He showed that faithfulness is possible, that obedience can overcome chaos, and that true glory comes through renunciation. 40 days of hunger, 3 temptations, 1 choice: to remain faithful. And because of that faithfulness, the world would never be the same. In the desert, the Messiah won the greatest of all to battle, and he opened the way so that when we find ourselves in our own deserts, we may know we are not alone.